Every generation, a handful of people are selected to become household names. One of these household names, when I was a child, that went around the kitchen table was Dr. Kent Hovind, or Dr. Dino, the famous creationist, the vindicator for young Earth creationists.
So for the next, I forget how long, everybody was watching tape. They had over 20 former drug dealers saved in the prison while watching the video series.
Dealing for Jesus.
Amen. We've had some great results. So several people donate to our ministry to help us be able to do that, to give out videotapes to prisons. And if you can get involved, either send us chaplains' names, or have the chaplain send us a letter, or send us some money so we can donate it to prison. We'll be glad to do that. We want to get the gospel out. I figure I'll be there someday anyway, so might as well. Anyway, so
Not only was Dr. Hovind debating in every major university that would allow him, but he was also being honored as a guest speaker in every church that had a congregation big enough to hold a pastor. It was like nothing you'd ever seen. It happened so quickly, it really would make the head spin. Up until the early 2000s, Kent Hovind was unstoppable. What happened to Kent Hovind?
You work for the Internal Revenue Service. We'll start a little background on this, let the viewers know a little bit about you and about why you want to debate Kent Hovind.
Okay. I'm about 10 years out from my IRS service, having retired in 2005.
You've probably seen a number of things with religions going on, so we're going to get into that a little bit later. But walking away from the IRS, why do you think you're in a good position to debate Kent over his tax abuse that he was involved in? What is it that was convicted of, and what is he protesting that you want to tackle?
Well, Kent and I are about the same age, so we grew up together and went different paths in different parts of the country. He claims to be a theist. I claim to be a theist.
Should we go on the offense? Should we file a criminal complaint against the IRS and file a ticket complaint and start the whole thing over again?
Well, come along and find out. By the end of this documentary, we will have totally unmasked Dr. Kent Hovind. So let's go. I really don't think we have to go all the way back to East Peoria Community High School, or even as far back as Patriot Bible University, to completely grasp who Kent Hovind is and what makes Kent Hovind who he is.
And these bones are just something that left over from the flood of Noah. And I said, reptiles never stop growing. And before the flood, when people lived to be 900, the reptiles would get to be 70 feet long. That's the dinosaur. They did not live millions of years ago. They published my letter in the paper and started a war in Pensacola. I didn't realize I started fighting also. Atheists started writing in, and evolutionists were writing back and forth, and I was writing in. And I was just working construction, putting my wife through college and kids through school. And finally, some students from the University of West Florida called me, and they said, would you come debate one of our professors? We're reading all your letters to the editor in our anthropology class. Would you come have a debate? And I said, I've never done a debate in my life except with my wife, and I lose those every time. Sure. So we did my first ever debate. I'm going to guess it was about March.
It's good to be here. My name is Kent Hovind. I live here in Pensacola. Moved here 5 years ago. I have 3 teenagers. They go to Pensacola Christian High School. I was a science teacher 15 years and now travel around and speak full-time on this subject, creation, evolution, and dinosaurs.
Kent Hovind was winning every single debate he participated in. I mean, there was a point where you could not talk about creationism or apologetics without bringing up the name Kent Hovind. It was around this time era that Kent Hovind did something so daring, so gutsy, that few saw it coming. Kent Hovind debated 3 university professors at once. And won.